So let's just talk about useMemo hook in React. So the useMemo hook is basically used for performance optimization. So the useMemo caches or memoizes the result of one expensive calculation. So the useMemo is helpful in a situation when a function which returns a value which takes time to compute, and if a component which contains this logic renders very frequently, in that case it can potentially slow down the performance. So in a situation we can use this useMemo hook. So first of all, let's just talk about the syntax of the useMemo hook. So the useMemo takes two parameters. First one is one callback function and the second one is a dependency array, and then it returns one memoized value. So here the function performs some expensive calculation, that means it returns a value which takes time to compute. And here secondly we have the dependency array. So here we can pass multiple dependencies, and whenever any of the dependencies change, then the function will be recomputed. But if none of the dependency changes, in that case the previous memoized value will be returned without any recomputation, which can save a lot of time and also resources, and which can improve the performance of the application. So previously we have seen that the use callback hook also has the similar syntax. So let's now see a few of the differences between the use callback hook and the useMemo hook. So the key difference between them is the use callback caches the function itself, where in case of useMemo, the useMemo will invoke this function and it is only going to cache the result the function returns. So the use callback caches the function, where the useMemo caches the result of the function. So here we have the app component. Inside that we have the immediately invoked function expression which returns the square of the number. So we are getting the number from the user input, and then we are showing the square of that number on the click of the button. And every time we calculate the square, we are console logging square is calculated, just to see how many times the function is called. So here we can enter the number and click on show square, and the square will be calculated. Now the problem with this is that even though we entered the same number, still the calculation will be done. So every time the component re-renders, even though the number is same, but still the calculation will be done. So if the calculation is expensive and time consuming, in that case the whole performance can be slowed down. So to fix that, we can memoize the result using the useMemo hook. So here first of all we're gonna import the useMemo hook, and then we're gonna memoize the result. So we're gonna use the useMemo. So the first parameter, it takes a callback function, and the second parameter, it takes one dependency array. So we're gonna put the number in the dependency array, so every time the number changes, the calculation will be redone. Otherwise, if the number is the same, then the calculation will not be done again, and we're gonna use the previous memoized result, and also we're gonna show here the memoized result. So now even though the component re-renders, our function will not be called multiple times because we are using the useMemo hook, which will only execute the function whenever the dependency changes. So here we can input the number 5 and click on show square. So you can see square is calculated. But now if we again enter the number 5 and click on show square, you can see so the function is not re-executed, and the previous memoized result is shown without any calculation, which can greatly improve the performance of the application. So this is the way we can use the useMemo hook to cache or memoize the result of one expensive calculation to improve or optimize the performance of the application. So that's it for the video. See you in the next one. Take care.